welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayla if you are new here, and today we are going to be talking about makeup I picked up at Marshall's or Winners within the last 2.5 months, give or take. I have been away for a little bit. I did get a new bedroom set. I had to get a new makeup vanity because my desk can't fit in the room anymore. So that was kind of a process. Now my makeup is all unpacked and I can easily access it and it's all organized and beautiful, so you'll be seeing more videos again, more regularly and consistently. I did want to mention I am having that 100 subscriber giveaway still. We are getting closer, and as soon as I get 100 subscribers, one lucky winner will get all of this stuff. I will mail it to whoever wins. Alright, so I'm gonna go by brand in this. And then I'm going to explain a little bit of either if I've used it and kind of what my first impressions were on it, and a lot of them I haven't gotten to though, so keep that in mind. First up, we might as well start with the only Anastasia Beverly Hills item on here, and it is their lip palette. Now yes, I did originally anti-haul this. I realized that. I got this for half price of what they're selling it for at Sephora and things like that, so whoop. Yes, I did pick this up. I did want to try it out, and to be fair, I've liked it so far. I've used the black when there was free comic book day at my local comic book store, and I was cosplaying as Harley Quinn. And then I have used this shade right here underneath a Diamond Crusher from Lancome today. The formula is good. I did find that the lipstick stayed on really, really well when I did that cosplay. I didn't really eat anything so much during that time, but it didn't crease, like, you know how sometimes it'll bleed as well. It didn't do any of that, which is great because my whole face was pretty much stark pale white and then black lipstick and then, you know, like the Harley mask and stuff, so that was really good. So far I'm happy I picked it up. Did get it half price, so there's that. Next up we're going to talk about The Balm. So this is a makeup brand who I don't know where you would buy in Canada. I know I don't see it locally, so I can't say, well, locally. I found it at, I don't remember if it was Marshall's or Winners, but either way, it's not something you would find at a regular retail store around here unless I have missed it. So that's possible too. But I picked up the Meet Matte Adore palette. I haven't had a chance to get into this yet, but it is just a bunch of mattes. That's how it works. This is it right there. I'm curious to play with some of like the darker shades like this shade and this shade here. These look like they'll be great transition shades. So I'm excited to try that out. And then I also picked up the In the Balm of Your Hand Volume 2 palette. So this is Greatest Hits, so there's going to be eyeshadows and blushes and contours and everything like that from some of their more popular things. So it looks like this. Again, I have not played with this yet. I am very excited to try the middle shade, Alice Cooper. I have one friend who is obsessed with Alice Cooper and she loves his music and has for years, and I instantly thought of her when I saw this. Next, we're going to talk about a brand that I, again, don't see really in Canada. I think Showcase carries it, or they did carry it. I don't know what's going on because this brand was recently purchased. But Lancome. I am wearing the Pocket Candy Pink Lemonade palette on my eyes today. This was the first time that I've used it. This is a lot bigger than I thought this was going to be because it's, you know, supposed to be like Polly Pockets. I don't know. When I was a kid, I remember them being smaller, but I get it. Like, you know, you need room for the eyeshadow. But it's got a cute little mirror and then these shades. So there is a shade in the middle here and it's not super opaque. It's really not even great as a topper. I have it in my corner, but you can't really tell on camera. You can't even really tell in front of a mirror. This brown is really, really pigmented compared to the rest of them. This shade is beautiful. It's what I have mostly on my lid, but it's a lot lighter when you put it on than in the pan. Now I didn't wet a brush for this one. I did try wetting a brush with the yellow. Didn't have any success either way with that one. And then I used this shade right here in the crease as a transition shade, and it was beautiful. The only one I didn't use out of this palette is this guy right here. So I picked that up. I picked up the Lancome Diamond Crusher, so I got one of these in an Ipsy, just the small guy, and this is Cloud 9, and it's on my lips today, and it's beautiful. I do like the formula. It's not super gritty. I don't think it would last all day. Like, you will probably get transfer. I have worn the other one to work over top of something, but it's sparkly and it's pretty and I like it, so that was a plus. I picked up 2 different highlighter palettes from Lancome when I was there. The Blossoms I should have looked at because I didn't open it, and this is really dark for my pale skin. So this purple here I'm going to try to make some use out of. Even these I will try to see how they turn out on me. If they don't have any success in terms of a highlighter, I'm probably going to try to use them as eyeshadows. I may even depot this, to be honest. I've been thinking about, this is just a little bit of a side note, but I've been thinking about depotting a couple of my products because I just think having, like, you know, all my highlighters in one specific little area would be more effective. I'd probably need 2 palettes for it, but it was something that came across my mind. And then this one is the Opal. So this one is a little bit more tender. This shade right here, I'm only going to open it so much, but this shade right here came broken, so I did have to press it. And this one here was a little bit crumbly as well, so I had to press that one too. This one is definitely a lot more catering to my pale skin tone. I haven't tried it yet either, but I did sort of salvage it from its crumbly disasterness. And last from Lancome is the Venus palette. So I did swatch these one day, but I haven't used it yet. I am curious to see if the formula is any better than the Pocket Candy. I hope so, because that yellow shade especially really kind of let me down. So there's that. And last but not least, we move on to TooFaced. So the reason why I found TooFaced there, I'm pretty sure, is because they're discontinuing their 9-pan tin containers, which is essentially what I found there. So this is the Natural Eyes. I have used this. This is, it's got a little bit of sparkle to it, but it's also got some mattes as well. It does have some duplicates from, I think Heaven is the same. Nudie might be the same. I know there is a couple duplicates in like these tins that I noticed afterwards. But I've used this so far. It looked good. It was nothing like super exciting because it's not supposed to be. But I also wore it underneath my glasses, and my glasses are big and in charge, and you can't really see my eyeballs underneath them. Next up is the Natural Matte. Again, I haven't had a chance to use this yet. This is all nudes. Heaven and Nudie are doubles in terms of shades from the last palette, so I haven't had a chance to use this guy yet. And last is the Boudoir Eyes. So this guy looks like this. There we go. So they're all kind of very nude, very like, there's not pops of color in them or anything, but they're great for everyday use, and I could definitely see myself traveling with these. Like, if I had to go somewhere, or even if I have to stay at my boyfriend's house for something and I have to go to work the next day and I do want to make it a point to do my makeup that day, these are probably what I'm going to grab. And last from TooFaced was the Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette. So I was surprised to see this there and not at the same time. I did own this palette once upon a time. I really didn't give it a fair shot. And I did get rid of it. So from my understanding, they're discontinuing this. I know it's not on the Sephora website anymore. I think it's still listed on the TooFaced website, but I was surprised to see this. Part of it was that I didn't want to not have it in my collection, but also part of it was that I was afraid that I had maybe misjudged it, because it didn't get a lot of love when I had it initially, and I don't think it was because it was bad. I think it was just because I wasn't leaning more towards a lot of the more neutral colors, which is kind of what's in this palette. And that is everything I picked up recently at Winners and Marshalls, aside from like makeup organizers and a jewelry organizer. But that's this video for this week. I am going to be getting the best, worst, and okay of Ipsy up at some point. I'm hoping by next Tuesday. I might have to split it up into 2 videos. I have a whole list of every single item that I've gotten from Ipsy. At least I don't think I missed anything. So it's going to be a little bit of a long one unless I split it up. Bye.